Good morning everyone. Kia ora. Konnichiwa. So today's Thursday. First of all, I've got an online lesson and for an hour. Then I'm meeting a friend for kind of brunch and then off to school. So it's kind of a busy day today. It's been a busy week. It's been so cold here in Nagoya. It's just been unreal. Yeah, Tuesday it was so cold. I looked at the temperature, it said it was 1 degree, but it feels like -5, and it really was. It was freezing. So first of all, got up, I've had my shower, and now I'm making my coffee. One of my subscribers said that they have their shower first and then they have their coffee, and it was like a better, well, not a better routine, it was a good routine. So I thought I'd give it a go, and it does feel better because it's like you've washed off your sleep for the night and now that you're ready to start the day. Have my coffee. I did try and change my milk to the trim milk, and I'm not sure, it really didn't taste very nice. I don't know if it's my taste buds are changing. Crikey, I'm making a right mess here. I might try a different brand. So we'll see how my full milk comes. Does it taste any better? Just have to clean up this mess. So I'd lose half my coffee. We've got a midterm test coming up, and that is in a couple of weeks. It's for the Mina no Nihongo Book 1, so it's lesson 1 to 25. I have been trying to study a bit more. Having that new channel, it's making me kind of focus on studying. But I do find that when I start studying, my mind wanders so quickly, and I'm listening to questions, and then the next thing I'm thinking about, I don't know, what's happening tomorrow, what's my daughter doing. It's just like, and I kind of have to switch myself back to my homework. So yeah, I'm not sure why I do that. Focusing is hard, but maybe it's because I haven't really had to focus that much on study before. I don't know. I've been doing my degree, so I don't know what the story is there. But I do feel I am getting a bit better of focusing. So maybe it's just learning. It's learning to focus. It's learning to do these things. Everything's different, and it's like, give it a go. I did have a comment on one of my videos, and someone asked what made me decide to come to Japan. And it's a really long story, but I feel basically it's because I had a few friends not well, and it made me think, am I happy where I am at the moment? If not, what can I do to change it? Can I change it? You know, there's so many questions to ask, and it's like, it's not an overnight decision. You can't just wake up and say, oh, I'm doing this. You know, you can have the idea of doing this, but actually going through the process, writing out the pros and the cons, because if you just jump into things, and I've done that before, I've jumped in, I've like sold my house and bought another one, and you're sitting there about a month later, think, God, that wasn't a good idea. But it's done, so you just move on. But like trying to make sure you're making the right decision. So, and you can listen to other people's ideas. I always love listening to people's suggestions, their ideas, and that helps me kind of do the pros and cons. It's like, yeah, I didn't actually think about that. You know, people do suggest things, and you think, oh no, yeah, I actually didn't think about that. So yeah, put that on a list of, you know, is that a good idea? It's good to actually listen to them and just hear what they say. You know, there's always someone who's got something to say, isn't it? One of your friends, they've always got something to say, and it's like, well, I think you should, or I think you should do this. I think you should, change your job. I think you should stay where you are. I don't think you should be doing that. Oh, it's a waste of money. Don't. But at the end of the day, it's you that makes the decision. It's your life. It's not your friends or your parents or your brothers and sisters. It's your life. You're the one to live it. So it's at the end of the day, it's your decision. You can be influenced, but at the end of the day, it's your decision. If you want to do it, do it. If it's not a good idea, it wasn't a good idea, well, you can just backtrack. It doesn't matter. At least you've tried it. And that's the main thing. Like some days I don't know if I regret my decision because I'm really loving it here, but I think to myself, was it a good decision? Japanese is very hard. School is mightily hard because it's constant. It's like every day, 4 hours a day. Then you've got your homework. Then you've got vocabulary to learn. You've got kanji. It's like full on. And was I ready for that? I'm not sure, but I'm getting there. So you don't want to be, for me, I don't want to be on my deathbed thinking, what if? So, yeah, I think you've got to really think about what you want. If you financially, if you can't do things like that, do something that you can do. It's like not everything costs money. Like you can go to the library and start reading a book, learn there. You can, there's so many options out there that you can do. Financially, I sold my house to help fund this. So I've taken a gamble. Was it a good gamble? I don't know, but I just wanted to try it, and this is what I'm doing. So yeah, let's drink our coffee. Watashi ga kino katta hon. Ja mata. Arigatou gozaimasu. So I thought that was a really good lesson. A lot of talking, and that's what I need one-on-one, a lot more talking. And I do have my other lesson on Tuesdays. So I think 2 extra lessons a week with a bit of talking will help me progress in talking, because it is scary to start talking straight away when you're not used to it. So yeah, now I'm running to get to the train to catch up with my friend. So it's pretty brisk out. I was going to say this morning. Oh, it is this morning. It's just about 10:15. Going to the train station. So I'm going to Fujigaoka and meeting a friend there. Fujigaoka eki de tomodachi ni aimasu. It's 2 degrees. It feels like -1. Yep, say that. And today so this part of the underground is an older part. So it has all these izakayas and coffee shops along here. It's maybe izakaya. And it can get really busy on Fridays, Thursday, Fridays. It's actually quite nice to walk down here because there's lots of people, having a drink, having a little snack to eat. The izakaya is such a good option. I really like this shop. Well, it's a cafe and they have such lovely cards, hand painted. I've stopped here and had a coffee. So it's a really nice coffee place. You can study and have a coffee. I think people have meetings there. It's kind of a community coffee shop. Handsome burgers and fries. Fujigaoka is around 15k from Sakae. You can drive it if you have a car. It'll take about 20 minutes. By train it just takes 23 minutes and it's 310 yen, which is pretty cheap. Driving, you do have tolls. I'm not sure how much the tolls are though. We're at the end of the Higashiyama line and the train is just getting ready to return back to Sakae, so it's just changing tracks. Found it actually quite interesting to watch. Lost an umbrella. It's a very quiet station. Okay, we've got 2 exits. I know whatever exit I'm going to choose, it's going to be the incorrect one. Let's go this way and hope for the best. So this actually looks quite a nice little area. The station didn't do it justice. There's quite a few shops here. And yep, there's the station there. Looks like there's a mall. Okay, that's a car park up there. So I had quite a good lesson. Felt quite good that I was doing a lot more talking, because this is what I'm missing, doing the talking. And the teacher did explain quite a few things. I like this Excel spreadsheet, how the words are all in their cells, so you could just change certain words. Fujigaoka is a quiet local area in Nagoya, and it's built for kind of everyday life. It's not touristy or nightlife. You'll find a lot of community events. It's calm, safe, practical. It's a good base to live, but I wouldn't come here for excitement. The station looks so clean all the time. Like, there's no rubbish anywhere, and there's no rubbish bins, which is I find quite interesting, really. What do you think? Usually I think there's a lot of places that if you didn't have a rubbish bin, there would be a lot of rubbish scattered on the ground. The transportation system in Nagoya is really good. You hardly wait any time for a train. The Higashiyama line, it goes right through Nagoya, and during rush hour it runs every 3 minutes, and then 5 to 10 minutes non-rush hour, which is pretty good. So I'm off to school and it's lesson 23 today of the Mina no Nihongo book. I've been doing a little bit of practice and I'm feeling pretty confident for today's lesson. So let's get in there. But first I'm going to get some water. I have been buying a litre bottle of water and trying to drink that during the day while I'm in class, because I had been finding that I had reduced my water intake, and yeah, that's not good for the old body, is it? I do find that sometimes I forget to drink a lot of water and the next day I feel like I suffer for it. So yeah, trying to keep up with the water can be challenging sometimes, especially when you're in class. Today's lesson was really good. I felt that I was trying to do a little bit more talking in class, feeling a little bit more confident. I'm not sure if it was because I was trying to prepare a bit more, or I just had a good breakfast brunch with a friend. Anyway, by the time I got back home, it was really cold, and it said on the forecast it was going to snow, and it is. So I wanted to just show you how lovely the snow looked. It's only light, it's not a heavy snow, and to be honest, it didn't really settle. There was a little bit on the ground for a little bit, but then by the morning it was practically all gone. Also, I'm wondering, how do you set your goals? Do you write them down or do you visualize them? It'll be interesting to hear how you do it. I used to visualize my goals quite a lot, but I have started to write them down, and I have found that writing them down seems to make them more concrete, and there's something to look at to see, yeah, am I reaching my goals, or how do I get to my goals? And you can kind of do a pathway to reaching your goals. So it'd be interesting to see, how do you do it? Maybe give some pointers to other people that are wanting to achieve goals and have a hard time trying to get them into fruition. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments, what's the weather like in your neck of the woods at the moment? I know in New Zealand it's summer, so we're complete opposites. But there has been a lot of rain there, so my thoughts are with everybody in New Zealand who are having a bit of a hard time with the floods. Thanks again. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, and if you want to follow my journey, subscribe and hit that notification button as well. There's also that hype button that you can press that will show my video to more people, and our community can grow together. So until next time, ja mata, see ya!